watching a gay hockey show just like you have. And I graduated and I went to Australia. But mostly heated rivalry. Hello, my neglected children. How are you? Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. I went to Oz pretty recently and I just want to not get this out of the way first, but address the fact that I was in Sydney and literally went to Bondi the day that there was a mesh. No joke, missed it by like half an hour. It's so devastating and scary. I'm still like processing that, I guess. The fact that I was so close to it. I don't really know how to address it seriously, but the reason I actually went to Sydney in the first place was because I thought it was like a good place to try solo travel. I was with my friend, but did a few days of solo in there, and I wanted to prove to myself that it's like a safe world for women and we can solo travel too, with a little more caution, unfortunately. But I did feel drawn to Sydney every time I've been there for layovers and everything, so I wanted to see what it was like, and I still had a really good day, both in Sydney in general, but also in Bondi. I had a really good day, and I'm really gutted and devastated that happened. But yes, I wanted to basically make this video to still show you what Sydney's like. Day one, I don't want to get too into detail. I was traveling to Sydney. It was horrid. It was bad. And then we got to Sydney. My friend and I were dropping my sister over to a different terminal. And we took the wrong exit and it added 40 minutes to our travel time. Thankfully, her flight was delayed. Or I can't even imagine. I think we would have done a U-turn in the fucking tunnel over the barrier. But yeah, that night we just kind of had a little champagne, which I don't like, I've come to realize. That was day one. Day two was my Bondi day. I was doing it alone, so I got ready, left, and I thought I had data. I bought data. As soon as I get out the building, I realize you need a code to get back in the building, and my data wasn't working. That's awesome. How the fuck am I supposed to get around? So I went up to the window near her apartment, connected to Wi-Fi. Called her at a little family lunch, said, hey. She was like, okay, just keep tackling. After all that stress, I decided to just use offline Google Maps all the way to Bondi. As soon as I get to Bondi, I went to the Bondi Markets, which is in a primary school, I believe, but it's on the grounds. I was expecting a lot of homemade stuff, as you do at a market, a lot of fruit and flowers. Labubu Central. I think I can safely say that now, right? No one's gonna hound me. It was okay. Just a little expensive. There was some stuff I did like, but I didn't really see anything I really wanted. I went and got acai for lunch. I think my favorite part about traveling is actually like pretending to be a local and like kind of continuing my routine in a new city, but also seeing new things. So that's why I got acai. I really wanted to be a Sydney girl for the day, so I got acai, and it was $18. It was really delicious. Yeah. I decided to look around at the shops. There's shops like Rip Curl and like Budgie Smugglers. And then I went to the Bondi Icebergs, which is the pool next to it. I feel like it's pretty Instagram famous, especially like 2014. I remember that being on my, not only my Pinterest boards, but my Quotive? No, that's the fan fiction. We Hearted. It's on my We Hearted boards for sure. So I went for a swim in there for about half an hour. It was really nice, really refreshing. I don't know what it was. I was like looking at the pools, deciding if I wanted to go in the pools or the ocean. And I was like, I feel like either way I'm going to get mad FOMO. I don't know what it was. I was like, fuck it, I'll just go to the pools. I got locker 6-7. I went for a swim. Pool's right next to the ocean. Big waves come over every like few minutes. As soon as I did, I swear I saw a rat on the wall, and it was a crab. I wish I got a video of it. You have to trust me, it was a really cool crab on the wall. I can try to find the type it was. I think I remember it. And I also sat on the wall and got knocked, and it cut up my leg. It looked really bad for like a few weeks. It was really fun. I had a really good time. I just sat in the sun afterwards, and I diary entryed, took a Polaroid, and then I was done. The other thing on my itinerary for that day was to go to Coogee, which is where whales are spotted sometimes, which is what I really wanted to do, but I ended up doing the Coogee walk. It's really gorgeous. It's like on every recommendation video for Sydney, and I totally agree with it. It's a beautiful walk. I always try to incorporate nature into my travel, and I only got to Bronte from Bondi. So I went back to Bondi and then bust. walked and looked in the city a little bit, and then I went home and I played Minecraft with my boyfriend. Day 2 of being a Sydney influencer girl. I went on a walk with my friend Grace, walked around her area, I guess, and it was really pretty. Got really hot very fast. I was in like leggings and a hoodie, and then it got very hot. Saw lots of cool birds on my walk. Saw a lizard on my walk. I think that's kind of the thing people forget about Australia, is they're so wrapped up in like snakes and spiders, which I saw 0 of, by the way. I saw a bunch of cool birds and lizards and bearded dragons and shit like that. Some food for thought. Someone forgot to tell you about the rest of their day and is feeling really dumb about it. After we got back from that walk, we went to Newtown. We got the train, which is kind of the equivalent of Brunswick in Melbourne in my opinion, but I also went to Brunswick, spoiler for next video, and I didn't really like it as much as I used to. So I really like Newtown. Got pho for lunch. I was really on a Vietnamese kick, and then we just kind of looked around at some shops. There are a few shops I wanted to go to. Specifically Hands, which is a trinket store, and Juan's Studio, which is like handmade jewelry, I think. I saw it specifically on TikTok for the Italian charm bracelets, so that's what I went for, and I decided against it when I got there because it's so expensive. But a really good day in Newtown. Alright, back to outfit number 1. On the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. My friend and I went to Sea Life Sydney Aquarium. I don't know what I was feeling the aquarium so bad. I think I've watched too much Suni recently, but I was really feeling like going to the aquarium for some reason. And I also saw that they had a little mini boat ride, like a theme park, and I just felt like an experience, a curated experience that day. So we went and saw some penguins and some fish. There's some fucking fossils in that place, let me tell you. It was crazy. Can't remember what the creature was called. I'll put it on the screen, but they have like 1 of 2 in captivity in the world, one at the Sydney Aquarium. So it was really cool. I think it was pretty chill. At the end, do you guys find it funny how some places like print out photo experience and then frame it and then they offer it to you and then they don't let you take it? What are you gonna do with that? Also, hilarious options they gave us. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Like, it looked like CCTV footage. We decided to go shopping a little bit. We were just like kind of annoyed the selection of stuff, but we did look at a few things. I'm not sure if I bought anything until the 4th day. Like, no memoirs of Sydney. Probably had a huge difficult conversation with the language barrier. She's Australian.
On the 4th day of Sydney,
we went to Manly Beach, which was actually ironically the best day of my life. Probably no, he was meeting up with her family, so I decided to walk around the coast, which was a really short walk, and I went into this little gift shop. This is where I actually bought something. I'm going to show you right now. I bought this little postcard. I actually bought 2 of these and I posted to my boyfriend, and it was like a New Year's kiss postcard, and he got it when I got back. Keep one for myself. This is also like a pool in the ocean, only $2 each. I'm glad to have kept one for myself. And then just like a painted shell. She did have a good giggle at me when I told her I bought her a painted shell, and I just collect shells, so I just kind of wanted something to remember it, I guess. But actually, now that I'm remembering, the FPOS machine wasn't working, so I actually went and got that later in the day, but that's where I found it. I kept walking around the coast and looked at all the shops. Got frozen yogurt, by the way. I know that the Good Place shaded frozen yogurt. I'm so glad to see that frozen yogurt places are still thriving in Australia. Because fuck off, they're so yummy. I looked around the shops for like an hour. Then I walked back around the coast, got changed, and then we went to the harbour, which is where I had a little swim. The water was so warm, and we also took a Polaroid. I don't know if I should show it on Loki in swimwear. It's really cute. I really like Manly. I really like the northern beaches, and I know that's recommended from people, but I don't think it's a really touristy area. So Manly is something I'd recommend if you're trying to plan something a little bit more local. Then we drove an hour back home. We did some parallel TikTok time. We went out back into the city. I really wanted to go to Observatory Hill. Let's go to Observatory Hill for the sunset. So we went out into the city. I got Hungry Jack's, which by the way is so yucky. Skip it. If you see it, skip it. But I grabbed Hungry Jack's and we went up to the hill, then watched the sunset. We asked a girl to take a Polaroid of us. The harbor's like right there. The city bridge is like right in view. We asked like a girl to take a Polaroid of us, and she got the fucking tree in the background. She only got the tree. There's no Sydney Harbour Bridge. There's no indication of where we are. Then just on my final night, we went around and looked at some Christmas markets, and that's when I took photos in front of the Opera House. It's kind of like, I kind of like doing the really touristy stuff on the last day, because it's like this is where I've been, you know, like a nice I made it moment. And we went home. And that was my Sydney trip. Next two destinations I went to were Brisbane, which I didn't film enough, so I'm combining it with my Melbourne vlog, and then we're back to regular vlogs. I actually put 100,000 subscribers on my vision board this year, so chop chop. Love you. Bye.